Can wrongful termination affect my severance pay? In recent days, a pressing question has emerged in the realm of labor and employment law. Can wrongful termination affect severance pay? As many employees face job uncertainties, understanding this issue is more important than ever. If you have been let go, you might be wondering how wrongful termination could influence the severance you receive. Let's break this down. Wrongful termination can indeed impact severance pay, but it largely depends on the specifics of your situation and the laws in your area. Generally, severance pay is linked to your employment contract, company policies, and relevant labor laws. If your termination is deemed wrongful, meaning it violated employment laws or contract terms, this could change the severance you are entitled to receive. For instance, in Puerto Rico, employers must have just cause for dismissal, according to Law No. 80 of 1976. If an employer fires an employee without just cause, they may have to pay statutory severance. This means that wrongful termination in such cases can lead to the employer owing severance pay that might not otherwise be due. In Ontario, Canada, wrongful dismissal occurs when an employer terminates an employee without proper notice or pay in lieu, violating the Employment Standards Act or common law. Employees who are wrongfully dismissed may be entitled to severance pay that exceeds minimum standards, reflecting damages for lost wages and benefits. Legal advice is often necessary to understand the full scope of severance entitlements after wrongful termination. Severance packages typically include payment based on tenure and salary, compensation for unused leave, and sometimes additional benefits like extended health coverage or career transition services. If a termination is wrongful, an employee may be entitled to recover severance pay that compensates for lost wages, benefits, and other damages caused by the unlawful dismissal. In wrongful termination cases, severance pay may be part of a negotiated settlement or court award. Employees often engage legal counsel to review termination documents and severance offers to ensure they receive fair compensation. The process may involve settlement discussions or litigation, where severance pay is calculated to cover lost income, benefits, emotional distress, and sometimes punitive damages if employer misconduct is proven. Wrongful termination can affect severance pay by potentially increasing the amount owed to the employee or entitling the employee to severance when it might not have been offered otherwise. The exact impact depends on local labor laws, the terms of the employment agreement, and whether the termination violated legal protections. Consulting with an employment lawyer is advisable to assess your rights and negotiate or claim appropriate severance pay after wrongful termination.